Betsy Melver, and today we're really proud and honored to have Melinda Sullivan, a previous student of mine for many years, come back to the studio and teach a masterclass workshop. We're going to have intermediate and intermediate advanced levels, and we have some students that wanted to ask her some questions.
Awesome.
She's doing very well on So You Think You Can Dance, so more people are learning about tap dancing and have lots of questions. So I'm sure she has a lot of answers.
Let's see if I do.
This is Luna, and this is Audrey.
Hi.
Hi Luna, hi Audrey.
Hi. What inspired you to tap dance?
What inspired me to tap dance? Well, I remember when I first started dancing, it was ballet and tap when I was 4 years old. And I hated the ballet because I was super tomboy, you know. So when I put on the tap shoes, I loved that it got to make a lot of noise. Because it started as noise, and then slowly it became music. So I really liked the fact that I was like a drummer, and I got to make the music. I was the music. And so that was what originally inspired me to keep on tap dancing. So.
How much do you practice every day?
How much do I practice every day? Well, that's kind of a tricky one because in addition to tap dancing, I like to do a lot of other things. I get bored really easily, so I find all these activities to fill my time with. And I do other styles of dance, I sing, and I play a lot of instruments. So, and I'm always practicing because even when I don't have my tap shoes on, I'm practicing in my head, making rhythms. And every time I have my iPod on, I'm choreographing in my mind. So, but with my tap shoes on, I would say 2 to 3 hours a day when I'm really rehearsing for something. So, yeah, practice. Practice is very important.
What is your best piece of advice?
Floss. No. I actually, flossing is very important. But I would say research your history because it's so important to know where things came from. And the history of tap dancing is so unique and different from a lot of other styles of dance. So I would say, as a tap dancer, use YouTube. YouTube is an amazing, amazing tool that we have, that us young people have, that other generations didn't have. So I would say just research the history of the dance and watch a lot of footage and study so you can steal steps and incorporate their style into, you know, your own style that you have. So.
Which tap dancers inspired you most?
So many, but if I had to pick one tap dancer, I would say Gregory Hines. Do you know who Gregory Hines is? Good. He was amazing. He did so many things within the entertainment industry. He wasn't just a tap dancer. So that's what's really inspired me. And he had this contagious personality every time he was on stage. You just couldn't help but smile and laugh. And he was known for, you know, tap dance, and then he would stop and tell a joke to the audience and then start again. So I just really appreciated the way he connected with people. That's really an important part of being an entertainer.
Do you only dance tap, or do you dance other things?
I do other styles as well. I started just doing tap dance, but my parents really wanted me to have a classical training. So then I got into ballet and jazz, and you know, eventually down the line I started doing hip hop and all styles of dance because I you know, now that I do it professionally, you never know where you're gonna have to do it on an audition. So I wanted to be a little more versatile so I could work more. And that's, you know, why I started singing and acting as well and doing more like musical theater. The last couple years I've been doing that because there's not that much work. It's very competitive to be a professional performer. So the more skills you know how to do, you know, the more chances you have of working. Good question. I met Betsy when she taught a studio previous to Agoura's dance. And I think I was
You're about
7. And I remember Betsy choreographed my very first tap solo to this song called Truckin'. And I was so scared. I didn't want to do a tap solo. My parents were like, this is going to be so important for you. You're going to learn how to be on stage by yourself. And I remember I cried when they told me I was going to do a solo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was so scared because I was really shy as a kid and way more introverted than I am now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was really scared. So,
Well, she nailed it.
well, and then I nailed it and got first place at the competition. I don't even remember what competitions, but and then when Betsy started teaching here, I took classes and did a bunch of recitals and competitions, and it was great. Betsy always would take me to festivals and stuff, which introduced me to a lot of people and introduced me to a lot of teachers that taught me more about being a musician, and that really just got me hooked. And I remember Betsy was the first tap teacher that we would have jams and we would improvise at the end of class, and I loved it. And none of the other kids ever wanted to do it, and I was like, can we jam, please? And now when I teach, that's something that's really important to me, is that letting the students create and be in the moment and show what they've learned. And I think that's really important in developing confidence and developing performance skills. So, yeah.
This is another student of mine. Her name is Lark.
Hi, Lark.
And Lark is hearing impaired, and she's a phenomenal tap dancer.
That's
so
awesome.
You might have a question for her, or she might have one for you, but she taps on the beat perfectly.
That's
and she
awesome.
lip reads. She reads your lips. So
Cool. Nice to meet you.